see this as revoking waivers that they previously had, what, to bring in a chip equipment to the country? Break down exactly what this means.
Yeah, that's right, Carol. The companies have received waivers from the Biden administration back in 2023, allowing them under these agreements to bring in equipment to China for their massive chip-making facilities. And most of what was produced there, Carol, were memory chips. And that's critical, of course, for SK Hynix and for Samsung in particular in this case. Now, it's under what's called a validated end-user agreement. And that essentially is sort of like your pass. It's almost like you get a free pass based on this agreement and understanding and discussions with the government. That is being revoked now. And the Commerce Department is saying in a statement accompanying the notice that was posted to the Federal Register this morning that what they're trying to do is deny to foreign chip manufacturers a benefit that really wasn't extended to American chip manufacturers. And you mentioned Intel there. We have since learned that Intel has sold that portion of its China operations to SK Hynix. So it really applies only to the two South Korean companies in this case.
What's interesting is in the statement, as you've been surmising for us, they said they do not want to allow companies to expand capacity or upgrade technology at manufacturing facilities in China. I'm noting that ASML shares, for example, are down and they seem to accelerate their losses on the back of this news, a big chip equipment maker. All of this, though, is about the overarching competition that the US feels with China.
It is about the competition with China. And then there also is some push and pull on trade as well with other trading partners. And when you think about South Korea, Carol, the president of South Korea was just in Washington earlier this week to meet with Donald Trump. And the whole question about the trade agreement and where tariffs would fall, just like with China, the questions about export controls and how semiconductor tariffs that are still to come might affect these two industrial champions in South Korea. When you think of Samsung and you think of SK Hynix, they are really at the vanguard of the economy there. And that had to have come up in some context during those discussions with the U.S. administration. And we have heard since from the South Korean Ministry of Trade, they say that they were warned ahead of time, according to Yonhap, the news agency in South Korea. They were warned ahead of time by U.S. officials that this would be coming down the road. Now, it's interesting, if you parse the Commerce Department statement, they say that they will not be granting licenses to advance technology in China or upgrade or expand capacity, but it doesn't necessarily preclude maintenance or replacing existing equipment without carrying it to a new level. So it'll be interesting to see how this affects, as you mentioned, ASML, but also Tokyo Electron, an ASML competitor in this space of chip-making equipment. And the impact, of course, also on the broader trade relationship, likewise, will be worth watching as well, Carol.